Hey there, starting my match with nasmith99 in the Prosperity Mix Tournament. We're on the loser side of the bracket. There are 6 players remaining, and so whoever loses here will be eliminated. Looks like I've got first player. Your only draw here is Warrior, and then I guess Citadel Page or Citadel Peddler. Crown can help you have additional warriors effectively. Certainly there's plenty of trashing. It's going to be somewhat hard to build to a super big, say, Horn Megaturn, but depending on how many warriors you get, you can do okay there. Anyway, I think the opening is probably Spice Merchant Page, and then basically just buying Page and Trashers, and then Peddlers if you're fortunate enough to be able to afford them. I guess the alternative would be to go for like Trove Money and try and take enough of the battlefield points. So I'd have to think about that option. But I think I still would open the same. Forge, of course, would be nice on Peddlers. Though potentially not much nicer than just having a Horn of Plenty. Depends on what your deck state is when you can buy the Forge. But otherwise, I mean, like, if you don't get a champion, I don't know. My Page, well, it doesn't miss the well, it will miss the shuffle, right? Yeah. So question here is whether to get another Catapult or get another Page going right away. I guess I'm gonna try the Catapult. That could have been a Page. This is not like a big deal as long as I find the Spice Merchant in the next hand. This is still pretty okay. If I don't, then it could be kind of sad. It would have been okay. I mean, it would have been incredible if I had drawn the Spice Merchant. Potentially extremely incredible. Like play Catapult as well and buy Peddler, incredible. But well, okay. So I can. The fear here would be that I draw like the Spice Merchant without, like if my shuffle draws the Spice Merchant, this is really sad. But otherwise it's okay. buys another page, which I agree with. Hopefully we find... Would have been better to find the page, but... here I have to think about whether it's worth it to take a peddler. The risk, of course, is that you're going to fall behind on warrior stuff if you don't just buy the pages. Probably you'll be able to get the peddlers later on anyway. Probably have a catapult play this turn. We'll see if he's feeling the peddler or the page. The advantage of peddler is it's your path to Citadel. That was a pretty bad draw. I've actually been bottom decking stuff quite a bit here. But it would have been nice to see one of these things. Either the page or the, well, any of them. It would have been nice to see any of these things. So it was pretty rotten luck to have dropped all four of them to the bottom. It's got to be either catapult page or catapult spice merchant, I think. You can do the silver, but that's pretty high chances of getting a rotten spice merchant draw. The silver is not that bad either, so I don't think I'm going to try and kill it just yet. Unless I draw one of the spice merchants. This wasn't too bad actually, just drawing one spice merchant dead. Again, I have had the spice merchant bottom decking here, I don't know what it's with. It's with a page, yeah, like that's just like rotten luck, but whatever. I guess this is going to be like 2 silvers, which is still okay. That could have been a state, to be honest. And maybe ought to have been. This is probably okay unless he catapults me. It'd still be okay. If he doesn't catapult me, there's some outside chance I get. No, there's not really, is there? I was going to say there's like a chance I can get 8, but that's not true. I don't think it's true anyway. Maybe it is. He buys a crown, which I certainly think is good. Okay, this is all right. Or quite fine, actually. I want to promote all these pages. It's not even clear exactly how many I want to promote. He has 1 treasure hunter. So that'll definitely one treasure hunter will definitely be I have all the pages. I can kind of figure out how many warriors I'm likely to be able to obtain because I can look at the numbers here. So I have all the pages. He has 1 treasure hunter. I have 1 treasure hunter. He has 1 warrior, I believe. We each have a warrior. So he's likely to get another one, and then I'll be getting my second one. So I really only need to promote 1 of the pages, and that'll give me the warrior split, unless, of course, there's some warriors trashing warriors at some point. So I want 1 treasure hunter. I guess potentially I could get to a second one before him. When did he get his treasure hunter? He got it there. Maybe I'm This is too much work. I think maybe I can take another one. But that might be wrong, but it's too much trouble to try and count this up in the log. I'm just not going to do it. Just way too much of a pain. So this could be farmer's market, or it could be page. I mean, the rest of the pages, though, I can make default keep. And the warriors also, I can make default keep. Like it could actually be another spice merchant. That's pretty reasonable. Because there's still a bit of a... I probably should have cursed in there, actually. Well, probably not until I have hit 8. What is the... There's just 1 copper left. Probably not the thing I said then. Farmer's market's okay. Watch, he's gonna flip the... Okay, that's good. That's totally fine. And by totally fine, I mean quite friendly to me. He may get, well, no, he's not gonna have 8. So I did. It wasn't. I guess it was pretty unlikely, but I am gonna end up with a treasure hunter that I don't particularly want. Unfortunately, this is kind of bad. Well, it's okay. Actually, it's good, but it's pretty good. Okay. So we got 3 warriors. He's got his champion first. It's not a huge deal. This is pretty unfortunate, but not much you can do. By which I mean there's nothing you can do. That treasure hunter I have is going to be pretty sad. He's going to be able to buy Citadel here. Probably a peddler as well. He's drawn deck. That's really awful. Actually, that's just terrible. I feel like I've gotten fairly bad draws relative. But I can't see his hands, and I haven't been paying that close of attention to him, so... I certainly made a mistake with the treasure hunter exchange, but it was like trying to exactly figure it out was more effort than I felt like doing. Was basically the whole thing. So if I get like a perfect draw this turn, then I still have a chance. Or if he botches it in some way. So far it's not leading to, okay, this is certainly the right direction. This is excellent. Okay. Capital, or we didn't find the catapult, which is like a huge bummer here. But there's a warrior down. Warrior and catapult were bottom deck. So the warrior being bottom decked is fine. And the catapult is kind of rotten, but we're still okay. So that turn was certainly good enough for me to be, I would say, still in it. I have to figure out if I want a crown, probably a crown. He'll be able to buy Citadel this turn though, so. certainly be looking for a peddler. I mean, I guess if he's like forging peddlers already, he's probably pretty happy. There may be a... I guess I can get a hero. I probably should have done that last turn. I didn't really think about it. How many cards did he gain last turn? Just a forge. Oh, I should have done it then. Oh, man. Because now it's going to be... Now it's going to be such a pain. Shoot. I could have gone... I was not thinking. I could have gone warrior up to hero. And my, whatever it's called, treasure hunter up to... Oh, no, that's terrible. Because he gains... I mean, it's only 2. I guess I can still do it this turn. But I should have it this turn already. Like, I should already be able to gain the crowns. That's the big thing. Or the horns, which are either one this turn and play. So that was really stupid of me. I just completely forgot that I have like the control over that. Or I have some control over that. That was so bad. Just really, really stupid. I would like to crown a catapult if I can. So stupid. So I can still draw everything if I want. Man, this turn should be way better. He gained... I just gotta check. So he blah 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 blah. Catapult and forge. This is gaining 1 card. Gaining 2 cards. So it's 2 silvers. I can afford that. That's fine. So stupid. I'm not sure what the last card is, to be honest. It might be a peddler. Oh, it's just more... Okay. So... I think I still get to pick what I do with the exchange stuff, right? I need a forge. And then I can either get another peddler or a horn here. Or a crown. Crown might be the most powerful thing, actually. Okay, so I want 1 hero, and then I want a warrior. Okay, that's all great. He's probably still a little bit ahead of me. I had a crown in this hand, I could citadel it, which would be totally awesome. But I don't. This is still going to be a good turn. Oh, I got the farmer's market points. I was like, why do I have any points? That's totally, that's okay with me. You definitely expect him to green some here. Or I would have expected him to green some here. Okay, he did. Exactly how much, I'm not sure. He can crown a horn. I mean, he can triple province. I might. Probably not. I might be able to do. I'm trying to think. I might be able to. I'm not gonna have. How many crowns do I have? Like maybe I can quad or quintuple. I don't know about that. Because I have to use like crowns for warriors to draw. And I need a little overdraw to get the use of the hero. If he triples. I don't think I'll have enough crowns for that. I have 3 crowns, so that seems like not a thing. If like 1 crown is a warrior, 1 crown is on hero for a crown and a horn. I mean, I could do 5, potentially. I don't know that I have enough draw to make that work. But we'll see. Fortunately, there's not going to be like a finish. Like, I'm not going to have a way to maneuver here into like scoring and ending it. They're just not piles. Like, we're nowhere near. We'll have 1 pile gone, that's it. I don't even know if that really helps him. It's like 5 provinces still. Like, that doesn't... That's like not enough points to be out of range. And it's... So I'm not... I'm not certain I'm feeling that particular choice by my opponent on the estates. It's not clear to me what path that defends against. But, and obviously, you know, his deck could choke, you know, with the green. He doesn't have that much draw. My issue here now is I don't really know my deck contents well enough to say what it takes for me to draw deck and what resources do I need to have left over. After that fact, if that is even possible, but probably we're going to need to crown a warrior. And I also have to like kind of consider whether there's like any, but probably I don't need the page. I probably have the estate, so that's like I can at least play 2 peddlers for sure. I'm not gonna get off more than 2 forge plays on peddler. It's pretty likely I don't even need that many of those. Right, how many silvers did I gain last turn? I had 3 silvers. Okay. Maybe this works. Maybe short on money. No, probably not short on money. Well, I say that. I may be short on money. Okay. I'm in a dollar short here. I think it's going to be $1 short. What did I buy last time? Crown, that was fine. Unless there's some other forge target that I'm not seeing. Because I have to play. Maybe it's okay. No, that's sure not going to work. Well, no, the silver might be enough. Crowning on, or doing the estate, that's 3. Maybe that's enough. I may have it. Second crown hero here for a couple horns. And then crown I guess this is already 8. I probably don't need the catapult play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. Whew. All right. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he had an out with me if I draw. Because if he doesn't take some provinces and I do that plus battlefield points, it's going to be hard to beat. Maybe he can green with duchy some. I'm not sure. That may be the way. I'd have to know a whole lot more about what his deck is capable of. Whoops. To say, to be honest. Anyway, I went first there. Anyway, that was fortunate. Like I said, on that start of that one turn, I needed a good draw to get back in it, and I certainly got it. So that was really lucky of me. I bottom deck Spice Merchant pretty often, or my Trashers pretty often, but again, like I said, I wasn't really watching his draws all that well to say if I really got messed up. It kind of felt like I got bad luck, but I don't know. I definitely should have done the warrior to hero thing the turn earlier, although the way the resources worked out, I still ended up having it basically exact. Though it would have been nice to have a horn a turn earlier, or an additional crown, whatever thing I got from the hero. But it was like an obvious move to swap a treasure hunter that was doing nothing for a hero, like for sure. But I just didn't see it. So he buys silos. This is just this, I guess, like a storyteller kind of thing. There's really not. I mean, the wrench would be just, sort of how to use castles. Plenty of trashing, so idle doesn't look that good from the cursing perspective, though the payload is kind of bad, so in theory there's some boons that could be nice. This is all just pretty, I guess he had 4 coppers, so I mean, I could fully believe in the silos opening here. Though, like, what are you shifting into? I just would like to have some idea of what I want to play before I go for it too hard. I mean, like, Treasure Trove is the thing, I guess. Guildhall Treasure Trove with some storyteller support and then some number of counterfeits, and probably not even Wine Merchant, though that's not, like, terrible. It's not, like, totally crazy as a terminal. Yeah, I guess it's just got to be, like, a Trove counterfeit thing. And as many storytellers as you can manage. So this can be a silver, because you would like a silver, I think, to buy the 5s. Did he not use silos? Now the question is just like, do you get Guildhall first? I guess so. Like, you'll be guaranteed a 5 again. You probably can take this for the gold. I don't know what other boon you're really, like, shooting for. Like, that seems totally fine to me. Here I can toss 4 trash trash the last estate and then buy guild hall. Yeah, like I don't see any reason not to do that. By him. That's what I'm referring to. I guess you could question whether you even want to fool around with the storytellers, to be honest. I can cycle 3 here again and trash 1. He has his gold, so it's like the same thing as my silver. He can still buy guild hall or whatever. Yeah, that's I guess a reasonable question is how big do you even want to attempt to build here, or whether there's any value. I mean, getting some plus buy is nice just because of the getting some amount of plus buy will be nice. I think, just so you can threaten double province in the end game. He's going to go, I guess, I'm not sure what order he's buying these things in, to be honest, but or why he's chose this particular order. But whatever. There's no issue here emptying the provinces. So like you don't have to be that worried about a person going for castles. You'll be able to still get the provinces just fine. So you can get a pixie. Like I mean the pickup here off the counterfeit isn't all that incredible. It's not like 100% clear whether the silver is worth keeping around due to the silos to some degree, but I mean I could province right now, right? I could province, but I'm not going to. But anyway, so it's kind of hard. I'm not sure what the correct amount of building is here. It's not totally clear to me, because I could just get a second treasure trove and I would probably like never miss province for the rest of the game. And that's going to be fairly decent. Whereas if I get a counterfeit, it allows me to threaten double later on, but I may miss at some point too. Or it makes it more likely, because I'm just not going to build up sort of these ridiculous amounts of coffers. I guess we can... Man, the treasure trove angles does seem pretty safe. The fear, of course, is just that he gets kind of set up in a reasonable manner too, and then can double province at some point because he's got the counterfeit. But that's the fear anyway. But like I for sure am just not gonna miss province. I don't think swamp is that good. Wind might be okay, just to make this turn better, but the swamp to me is not doing anything. Or not doing anything impressive. So as long as I can be like as long as he can't actually accumulate enough coffers to double province, or as long as by the time he's done that I'm far enough along in my greening, it's okay. But otherwise the threat of counterfeit will always be there. So he is building more, which I think is reasonable from his position, totally reasonable. So he has wisp drew for him. He should be able to draw deck pretty easy. That's, well, for that to come up now is not so scary, but he's probably going to beat me. I could have, yeah, like if my second trove could have been a counterfeit, and then I could have pivoted more into this direction. But because he can probably already double province here without spending too much coffers. He just counterfeits a gold. Should be plenty of money to do that. And then he'll basically anytime he plays his I can discard a silos here. It doesn't really help me. It doesn't really matter. My turns are not, unless I pick up a buy, my turns are fixed. Like, I can just do this one thing and it's guaranteed. So the only reason it would matter is if I was going to try and pick up a buy, but I don't think that's going to do anything for me at this point. We're really going to live or die on how when he draws the storyteller, because like if he hadn't immediately drawn the storyteller, I still have some outside chance, I think. But if he draws a storyteller at the top of his shuffles, then I'm certainly toast. I don't think there's any reason for him to like buy another pixie or anything. I mean, I guess he could be considering going for like the castles. I don't really like that, I don't think. This is okay-ish. Whatever he's done here. Or it's fine, I think. I mean, the thing here is just like, does he find a storyteller? If he does, then yeah, he's like gonna. Well, he has 2 now, so, or 3 even, so totally much better chance of that happening. I just have to hope he draws bad. That's the only thing. He's going to draw. He's not going to leave coppers and gold or whatever. He also has Silo, so that makes the Storyteller draw more likely, though he does at this point have some number of golds and whatever to make it a little bit harder. But like, he definitely built enough. He got plenty of Storytellers. I'm gonna have, be on pace to have, 4 provinces turn 9 or whatever, but that's still not gonna be it's not gonna be good enough here. Or very unlikely to be good enough here. I can discard this again. My turns are literally just, they don't matter. I could even like stop playing troves and it just wouldn't be a thing. Like, I don't think it's possible for him to have a dud that can't, like he has 5. Like, it doesn't matter. I was just totally lost. I should have built. That'll teach me. That was a funny board, though. Very, very fast. Just by treasure stuff, essentially. Well, treasure and project stuff. I won't do that again if we draw another board like it. I promise I'll build. I solemnly swear. Alright. So this board does not have very good anything. You can't make it work, I don't think. The draw, of course, is King's Court Blacksmith, but the Artisan is not very good. I mean, it's okay it's okay for some stuff, but there's this Crypt Capital thing. It's very, very much just obtain good treasures and hope you draw them in the correct sequence. And probably have a crypt. And if you get an opportunity to do a big mint, then do that too. But you can't really you can't do that much to make it happen besides crypt. And you have to open like double silver, so of course, Treasure Trove is a nice palace thing. This is funny, and by funny I mean not. It's different. I don't think you can do the King's Court. Maybe with Pixie, like maybe if we had Pixie. Well, probably it would work if we had Pixie, because then we'd have Goat. So yeah, that would certainly work. But the thing here is like, how do you balance what treasures you get? Essentially, like Spices versus Trove. Trove will generate points. At least the first couple times you play it, maybe more, because you probably pick up a 3rd silver. Spices, of course, is just going to be a little bit better for certain things. This is going to be something. This is going to be some kind of something. Here I'm just like hoping my crypt is really good. I wonder if it's worth it to do a mint. Like, probably not. But you could think about it. My crypt is looking like it might be a little bit sad. This will be an Artisan for sure. I guess you get one Treasure Trove and hope you play it a couple times for the points, and then you don't necessarily have to go for more of them. Then have Spices to try and help smooth out your draws. Capital Crypt is going to be difficult to actually pull off in any meaningful way. This would be nice if it was for Copper's Crypt. Then I would be set up for just a ridiculous mint. He can mint. I think I would with the 5 copper draw. Since he already has the 2, or here he has 3 silvers. I would have taken the mint, to be honest. Pretty bad crypt. Which was expected after I saw the last hand, but he for real drew, well, I guess he didn't take the mint, so that's not weird. I was thinking like 3-4, like 5-6, but that's not even possible. I don't really know what I'm on about. Very likely what I'm on about is pure nonsense. There's going to be a second artisan, which is okay actually. I can try and just do the pure palace play. I can try and get, well, I guess the crypt you can be a little more opportunistic about. This could be a crypt, but it won't be that good. It's a pretty decent crypt, to be honest. 3 is about as good as you can expect it to pull off. And then I would be looking for greening, basically. I mean, I'll need a trove for some additional points. This is like probably really stupid. Unfortunately, the other artisan isn't here. I assume he's just gonna like start greening, which I would do too if I had 8. I mean, he doesn't have to do that yet, but I think I have like 4 or 5 silvers. Yeah. So these crypts are pretty happy. He should just green, I think. I can crypt again. It's like crypt versus trove, basically. He buys spices. I mean, he's got the spices. How many silvers did I get? I have 5 silvers. So I got a long ways to go on the old if I get a copper and I gain a trove, I can put a gold on top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gain trove. Okay. Probably doesn't matter a whole lot. I still only need like a couple. I bought 2 golds, I think. He's just gonna beat me again for sure. Like, no doubt. I'm not even gonna hit 8 here. No, I will. Okay. Whew. That would have made me mad. Eventually, he'll just be able to like double. I think if he keeps getting spices, probably he'll be able to double. I mean, if he spends them, then no. But I have to top deck something, so it might as well be a copper. So it's bad. This is basically like the equivalent of just like gaining a duchy. It's gonna come down to like, when do I draw my artisan too? Like, he's not gonna miss also 3. Like, if I had drawn my artisan here, I could win, right? Or I would have won. So he's essentially just like betting on me not drawing the artisan because I'm first player. But he's for sure gonna have, you know, $5 in this hand. Probably the gold is still a point or 6 points for me, but I still don't have the artisan. Okay, so I think the first crypt is just stupid, and probably the second crypt. But I mean, at least with you can have like, what am I trying to say? You can gain crypt opportunistically with your artisans. You don't have to buy them. And then if it comes up that you have a hand where it makes sense, then you can do it. But anyway, I mean, I drew a bad hand for my first crypt, but that probably isn't didn't look like a deal breaker there. Just buying one looked like the deal breaker. So he's up 2-1. Gotta try and, oh great, it's Puka. Not a big Curse Gold fan. I'm not great there. There's definitely incentive to build here, or you know, you have to build here. I guess you can do Spice's Treasure also, which is like super fast, I think. No, that only works if you have like 2 spices, right? Yeah. That's like a way to make, but anyway, that's just like a weird thing you do sometimes if you have some kind of fluke play. I mean, it probably is pretty fast as a money strat. I mean, I would expect it to be, but that doesn't mean it's like super good. And of course they have Groundskeeper to catch up. So it's not really clear what hand he had. I mean, they're more likely ones. Like, he could have my hand here and opt for the silver. And then be going for like the silver ironmonger opening, which is like fine. Which is fine. You can feed your pukas with bandit camps if you want for a little while. Like you could go a little heavier on puka and the deck wouldn't totally go kaput right away necessarily, even after you trash the coppers. You can also just like buy additional coppers if you want. Or treasure works too. I made it clear you could build here, so I said I was not going to lose by failing to do that again. So I'm going to pursue that, I think. So he didn't have the same hand as me. He's getting the treasure. That ironmonger buys not. He's going for the money thing, so I'm going to probably lose. This is not great. Not ideal. I need a puka. And I need a treasurer. So I guess he's just going to like buy the provinces really fast. I gotta just hope I can get the deck running. Probably not, right? That's funny. And this is still fine, I mean, but it is a funny draw. This isn't even like a great shuffle to trigger without the estate since I do have the Baron, but that's fine. This is okay. This draw is alright. I guess you just like buy spices if you don't have 8. Or like if you don't have 8, you can not spending too many tokens or whatever. This would have been kind of nice to make a to make a Ducat play if this had been a coffer or a copper. Would have been alright for me. Probably I'm totally lost here. But that's what I've chosen to play. It almost feels like a discard. Like it's a card you don't really want in your opening hand. Like I gotta get this cycling. I would have been fine here, but I'm gonna need to buy a council room soon. This is pretty okay. I mean, it's more than pretty okay. It's quite nice. Probably doesn't matter if I put another cursed gold in there. Like, he's just gonna... There's not really much I can do probably to affect him. So it's not really worth me worrying about or trying to avoid that. It's more about trying to make my payload good. Unfortunately, I mean, it does impact a little bit because he's going to have opportunities to double province, at least one and maybe two, with the treasurer. So it does matter some. It's not really true that it doesn't matter at all. Oh, sorry. See if he lets me. This is a good turn. And what this board, what I need is outpost, to be honest. I was gonna say, as long as I have 15, it's fine. This could just be triple. Crown's Keeper. I probably will need additional buys, because I'm going to have to buy quite some number of estates to catch up here. This won't probably... Maybe the spices. Well, I was going to say, I'm not sure what the buy to get is. That would maybe allow me to buy 4 cards next turn. Potentially as spices. Council Room, I don't think I'm going to have the money for it regardless. But spices, potentially, I could get 4 nice things. There's at least some odds of that. Like, the problem is he can just yank this cursed gold off. It would have been really nice, or in this case, just the silver. It would have been really nice if his treasurer had missed the shuffle. That would have been quite good for me. It's not like totally true that the resources I give him via the trash are irrelevant, but I don't think it's super important. Well, I don't want to trash its spices, so I would rather trash its spoils. If I have to trash something. So here I'm just getting not a whole lot of money. Oh, I can get the spoils back. Okay. That's good. That's going to help. Um, I think there's a bandit camp in the bottom here. Okay, so if I play 6 groundskeepers and I buy 2 provinces and 2 estates, which I think is plausible, that's 24 plus 14. That is short 1. If one of those estates is upgraded to a duchy, then that's doable. That's not plausible, though, I don't think. Though I could take a cursed gold in that case. It's unlikely that the Baron play shouldn't be as a discard estate, though it's not impossible, but it's unlikely. Well, we need the spoils in deck for sure, so maybe if I got... Well, I probably need some village effects, right? From Ironmongers, or it's just not going to happen at all. Ooh, oof, oof. Okay. That's not good. He'll probably double, right? Well, he may not double. Depends if he has his thing. He may double. What have I got left? There's like a bandit camp. There's Puka. I mean, there's stuff in there. There's resources in there. I guess I could have considered. Pardon me. This is just no good, to put it lightly. I can double duchy. I mean, that's a decent chunk of points, but will the estate point matter if I take a... He's probably just going to double duchy or double province. He'll have 44. I mean, it'll probably be doable with just these duchies. .44, I would need about 30 points. So, yeah. I mean, if I draw everything right, that's always the big issue. If he has his treasury or his treasurer, he'll for sure just win. But I think there's a bandit camp in here still. I'm not... Yeah, there is a bandit camp in here. Did I play a Puka last turn? No, I didn't get to play the Puka. So I could have... One thing to watch out for here will be to... I'm not even going to get the spoils in, so that's going to make it hard. Very hard. Well, I may draw through, but one thing to look out for is trashing spices. That's not guaranteed. I guess that's like guaranteed to be the best money play, isn't it? No, I mean it's not. It's not guaranteed to be the best money play at all. But if I do province 3 duchies, does that even win? 6 times 4 is 24. Yeah, that's way more than enough. My problem now is that I won't be able to play the Baron. If I toss this spot, does 3 work? 3 probably doesn't work. So it should just be a copper for now. Oh, there's a... Never mind. There's this guy. Okay. Now I need to think about whether it's better to get the coffers or get the... If I get a cursed gold out, that's pretty good too. I'm trying to think. It's like a +2 versus a +2. Like they're the same, aren't they? Like swapping copper for cursed gold is like +2, and swapping spices for itself is +2. I guess the other thing to consider here is if it's already in hand, in which case I shouldn't goof around. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12, 14, 15, and then this is like 18 or 19 or 21, and I needed province triple duchy, which is... I didn't need province triple duchy, but I could get it. I mean, I think this will probably work. 21 is like province, duchy, estate. If I take the cursed gold, the puka is like guaranteed to draw like 6 more bucks too. Like the only thing in the estate in the discard is a duchy and spoils. So the puka is also +$6, which is, or +5, I guess, which is a little bit. I think it probably works, but I just need to check. Sorry, everybody. Anyway, what's the thing? Duchy, estate, province. That's 6, 12, 13 plus 24 points. 37 points. Oh, that's like way more than enough. Could also be just gain a state, and then I have I only need like 27 points. Yeah, I mean, I was just overly paranoid there. Alright. So we're back to tied. Well, I'm glad I built. He could have certainly beat me there, I think, if he had drawn his treasure. Probably could have doubled. I'm not sure that that was true, but it seems at least possible. So sorry everyone for that slow ending where the math was actually not, it was pretty clear it was enough. I was just paranoid. My apologies. So this is last game of the match potentially. I will be building here just based on what I've seen so far of the kingdom. Though there are actually, man, salt spice. That is kind of scary. There's Pixie though. I mean, for sure you can build. It's just like, oh, and there's that too. So, oh, it's Spice Merchant. It's not Spices. That's slightly different. That's a slightly different situation than I was envisioning. All right, this is gonna be a Pixie counterfeit opening, and I'll be very, very happy. This year you can for sure just like stack grands and also play Royal Blacksmiths with Coin of the Realm, and then you can have platinums and stuff. You could build 8 salts here, actually. It's not that hard to get that much money, and if you do it, if you know your opponent isn't going to be able to do it, potentially you can take 1 or 2 a turn earlier if you're ahead. There's at least some potential there for that. Anyway, I can do my opening because I know what it's going to be. Citadel will, of course, be quite nice. I don't know if he has the 5-2 or not. We don't know at this point. Thank goodness my my goat was in the estate hand. So we'll see if he's able to follow. He's not. No, he is, but he had the worst of those two things. I suppose I take wisps. Like, they're probably better boons to get, but this is quite nice. This could be double wisp, or it could be like wisp coin or wisp silver. Well, I have 5, yeah. Could be wisp or pixie silver, I mean. It's not like critical that you buy. It's not critical that you buy a coin anytime soon. In fact, the decks you hopefully will crunch down and then expand pretty quickly, but we may not get to do as much expanding. Not literal expand, though that may be relevant, but you know, just deck expansion. I'm not sure how much of that you'll actually get to do, but before the end is nigh. This could be another spice, or this could be, not another, but this could be a spice merchant for me. Which I don't think is crazy, although it could also just be another silver. I do like getting thin, of course. That's a nice pixie, I think. Expand would be okay if you could hit 5. He might be able to hit 5 here, or 7. I don't know. Saying 5. A gold buy would be okay for him too if he can hit that, which is, fairly likely. He just gets a form. That's not as good. This could really help this turn, so I'm going to go for it. And I'm going to keep it all because I'm going to be able to draw everything, I think. I guess if I discard, well, I'm not really guaranteed anything if I toss one of the coppers. I'm still not like guaranteed to get to the bottom of the deck, though it increases the odds of that. I guess when I don't, then I'm drawing silver. Whatchamacallit anyway. I think I have silver copper counterfeit left, so I guess it's got to go like this. Oh, I'm gonna be able to flip again, aren't I? If there is another copper. This is not super important, but that's probably how I want it to be. Then I can toss. Well, that'll leave one bad thing on top, won't it? There's like no way to guarantee that you don't draw something bad here. I think you can't guarantee. I guess if you don't wish, or if you make your wisp fail. Or I can just draw I'm being stupid. I can just draw the yeah, I'm being dumb. This is a grand market if I want it. Though the next turn isn't one, then I guess it's a grand market. I guess I can trash copper and then it's still a grand market, right? Yeah. God bless goat. Somewhere we're going to want a plat. Somewhere we're going to want a citadel. That's a pretty nice pixie, I guess. I mean, the silvers are not great. They're okay-ish. I mean, he probably needs them because the house is getting a grand market, but I should be ahead here, so I should be, if I'm careful, I should be able to win. He bottom deck his form, which is unfortunate for him. He's loading up on the pixies, which, pixies fine here. That was a really nice wisp draw. Okay. I could stop here. The bottom card is a goat. So it's not like really better for me to draw the goat. Or it's not noticeably better. This would be a platinum if I want it. And I do. I think. So it's not ideal to leave the... Maybe it was... Well, if it was okay... Well, I wouldn't have been able to trash anything, but it wouldn't have had the goat on top. I wonder if it'll let me change. I'm not sure on the money. No, I think it would have been less money. No, it would have been... Well, it would have been less money, but it would have been... It would still be 9, because I'm at 10 right now. I think, right? 3, and then... Basically, this is a +1 move, and I wonder if he'll let me. I don't know. We'll see if he lets me or not. I can't trash. Plat is, of course, incredible here. This is not that great. The Earth's Gift, just to get a couple more pixies or whatever. This is good. The Grand Market Pixie is good. I don't know if it actually affects what he can buy, so that's one reason why it may not be like amazing, but he didn't go for it, I assume, because it just didn't affect his buy this turn. I guess it was like he could have got a pixie, but depends on if he thinks it's better for there to be pixies in there or not. I've had good wisp luck for sure. Though I probably would have got through there in general. I'm not sure exactly what gets me the most, or what gets me the right price points here. Like 15 is pretty good. If I can get 15, that would be okay. So that would be counterfeit silver, I think. That would be pretty good. That looks good to me. And I still have the goat, which is nice because I can trash the spice merchant this turn. And then I'm going to hit the Grand Markets pretty hard. Maybe Citadel this turn for me. So I bottom decked Wisp, which is good. I can plat a Citadel. I should just be like totally one here. And in fact, if I buy a counterfeit on my turn, I'm probably threatening the triple or the salt finish on my next turn. Alright, well I had good draws on that game. So I barely squeaked out wins against Nasmith both times I played him. So they're really tough for me. But anyway, I'm going to be playing winner of RTT Psycho, maybe? I'm not sure. No, Psycho's further on. RTT Warfrat. Okay. So, anyway, look forward to that if you look forward to anything. See y'all later.